So why didn't you call probation?
Because I didn't want to get the police involved due to if I leave, something still might happen to my other family members that's down.
No, I mean, you could have called the probation officer here. You could have called the probation officer there.
I was scared.
Judgment's sprung, in and out, the verdict swung. Uchikor watch, we've just begun. Uchikor watch, we're on the scene. Truth's unraveling, what does it mean?
Keandre Davis. Are you ready to proceed on this?
We are, Judge.
All right. Brenda, you ready? Court is calling 2020 CR 7207, State of Texas versus Keandre Davis. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? Defense.
James Andre Woodard for Mr. Davis.
And are you Mr. Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Davis, I'm going to show you what's entitled motion to revoke community supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Keandre Marshawn Davis who was placed on community supervision and cause number 2020 CR 7207 for the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation on August 3rd, 2021 for a term of 4 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
It's violation of condition number 2. On or about the 8th day of July 2022 in Defiant, Texas, the defendant and confronts.
Just one moment. I don't have a violation number 2. Is there a supplemental?
I don't have it as a supplemental. I have it on the second page of
Unless there's a different one. Just one moment. Is your motion to revoke, is it dated January 22nd?
That's the one I have, Judge, and I can see the commission too on that.
Oh, thank you. 28. I have 5, 5, 5, 7, 9A, 14, 15, and 16.
Sorry, Judge, it's going to be a violation of Penal number 5 in Washington County, Mississippi. The defendant, Keandre Marshawn Davis, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the month of October 2021 in violation of condition number 5.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
State?
Judge, we're waiving all the other allegations.
Any objection?
No, Your Honor.
Mr. Davis, did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 5, the court could find it true, grant the motion, sentence you to 4 years in prison and to a $1,500 fine? Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you need to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 5?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 5 true. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge, it's to alter and amend conditions to remain in Texas with weekly reporting until completion of BIP and the parenting class. Not employed, 60 days work release. After successful completion, resubmit for transfer to Atlanta, Georgia.
Defense?
That's our agreement, Judge. We just asked the court to follow it. I think Mr. Davis has been in custody now since October 2nd. Things in Mississippi didn't go well for him because of some violent offenses that happened with his family. So he left Mississippi. He has family in Atlanta. That's where his mother is. We just asked the court to follow the recommendation.
All right, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Keandre Davis.
All right, why were you not reporting?
My cousin had been killed, and attempts on my life was being taken, and I had to leave
So why didn't you call probation?
because I didn't want to get the police involved due to if I leave, something still might happen to my other family members that's down.
No, I mean, you could have called the probation officer here. You could have called the probation officer there.
I was scared.
That don't make sense to me. So, Atlanta, does your mother even want you in Atlanta with her?
Yes, ma'am.
When you be bringing trouble to her doorstep?
No, ma'am. Not anymore. This was around like a year ago, a year and a half ago. Around the time everything.
And Judge, I have spoken with Keandre's mom, and she does want him in Atlanta with her. I've been in contact with her. He's not present because she lived in Atlanta.
All right, and what county is that?
It's Fulton, Decatur.
I'm not 100% sure, but I think it's from that county.
And what's your mom's name?
Toya Holder.
I'm sorry, what?
Toya Holder.
All right, the court will deny the motion. Alternate amend conditions. And where are you going to be living here? Do you have a place to stay here?
Yes, ma'am, in Dallas.
San Antonio.
Oh, San Antonio, no, I don't have no family in San Antonio.
So where's he going to be staying if he's supposed to stay here till he completes BIP courses and parenting classes?
Judge, I'm uncertain about that because I know he doesn't have any family members here.
The closest thing I'm doing is in Dallas, Texas, and my dad is down there. My dad and my brother.
Your dad and who?
My dad and my brother.
All right, why are you still whispering? I mean, we have a microphone and people are still whispering. And I know when people are talking to their friends, they don't whisper. So in Dallas, you have your father
Yes,
and who
ma'am.
else?
My brother.
Does your father want you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you?
I haven't had any contact with his father, Judge. I've only had contact with his mother.
My mother has spoken to my father and he knows the conditions.
All right. So court would deny the motion, alternate amend conditions to include completion of BIP. Probation, how long does it take to complete BIP?
Your Honor, I believe BIP is an 8-week course.
All right, you're going to complete BIP within 12 weeks, period.
Yes, ma'am.
We'll do a transfer to Dallas. There's to be weekly reporting until further notice. So he's the weekly report. If Dallas County wants him to report by phone, he can report by phone, but it's going to be weekly. And there's to be the UA hotline until further notice. And full employment within 3 weeks of transfer. And there's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors.
Yes, ma'am.
Is there anything else, probation?
No, Your Honor.
Is there anything else you need from the court?
No, ma'am.
All right, so from here on out, everything you do, you need to ask yourself, is this something that could result in me going to prison for up to 4 years? If there's some confusion, if you're like, well, maybe it could result in me going to prison, maybe it couldn't, you probably shouldn't do it. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
I don't tolerate people not reporting. You understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, good luck to you.
Thanks, Judge.
Thank you.
All right, who's here on Kendra Davis? Court is calling 2020 CR 7207, State of Texas
Davis?
versus Keandra Marshawn Davis. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state?
Ashley Debs for the state.
Defense counsel, you're on this side. And are you Mr. Davis?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, did you review the document entitled Motion to Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Keandre Marshawn Davis who was placed on community supervision in 2020 CR 7207 for the offense of assault, family choking, strangulation on August 3rd, 2021 for 4 years and extended for a total of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State,
Yes, Your Honor, we do have an agreement.
what are you proceeding on?
We are going to proceed on both violations of condition number 1
All right, if you'll read it into the record, please.
Yes, violation of condition number 1, on or about the 30th day of June 2024 in Tarrant County, Texas. The defendant, Keandre Marshawn Davis, committed the offense of driving while intoxicated in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
Violation of condition number 1, on or about the 30th day of June 2024 in Tarrant County, Texas. The defendant, Keandre Marshawn Davis, committed the offense of possession of a controlled substance, PG1, in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True, Your Honor.
And the state will waive the remaining violations, Your Honor.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of conditions 1 and 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, and sentence you up to 4 years in prison and up to a $1,500 fine?
Yes, Your Honor.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of conditions 1 and 1?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find violation of conditions 1 and 1 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
And what is that proposed agreement?
That proposed agreement is to grant the state's motion to revoke community supervision, revoke the community supervision, and sentence the defendant to 3 years in the Texas Department of Corrections.
Is that your agreement?
That
counsel?
is Your Honor.
Are you asking the court to follow that agreement?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you waiving your right to appeal?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, the court will follow your agreement. Sentence you to 3 years in the prison, give you credit for any time served. There's an affirmative finding of family violence. There's to be no contact with Pantandra, Patandra, Booker, Booker. Is there anything else from either side with regards to sentencing?
Not from the state, Judge.
Judge, I believe Mr. David has something to say.
Yes.
We have a child together, and the first time that I was here, you said no violent contact. That was the very first thing you said. And ever since then, it's been.
No, because of what I've written in here is when you were first placed on probation, it was to be no contact with Padandra Booker. Then you had a motion to revoke file. And then that was for a violation of condition number 5. I denied the motion, alternate amend conditions to complete BIP, transfer to Dallas, weekly reporting, the UA hotline. And then in August, this was set for August 24th for a contested hearing in person. And then on August 24th, there was a violation of condition number 15. That judge found it true. And then today, this is where we are. I've never ordered a no harmful or injurious contact. All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction and an affirmative finding of family violence, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we can go off the record. Look, you're gonna have to change your life. You say you have a child, you want to be in your child's life. I would think that you would want your child to be proud of you. Part of that is stop with your drug use, which alcohol is a drug. If you can't control the usage of it, be kind to your child's mother, which you have not been. We're here for an assault choking. That means you choked her.
4 years ago, Your Honor.
I mean, that's no excuse. You can't say, oh, I shot somebody, but we're back together. That was 4 years ago. Do not minimize what you have done. All right, good luck to you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Judge.
You're welcome.
Watch, we're on the scene. Truths unravel, and what does it mean? In the halls where stories clash, Uchi Court watch quick as a flash.